The first notification arrived before my alarm even went off. Credit card purchase approved for $1,862.17. Still half asleep, I frowned and rolled over to grab my phone. There had to be some mistake. I hadn't bought anything. Certainly not something costing nearly $5,000. Before I could even unlock my banking app, another notification appeared. Credit card purchase approved. $1,184.92. Then another. By the time I finished reading them, more than $7,000 had disappeared from my available credit. My stomach dropped. My name is Rachel Morgan. I was 34 years old, a financial analyst, single, independent, and, according to my family, the person who could always figure things out. Growing up, my younger brother Kyle was everyone's favorite. If he forgot his homework, teachers were unfair. If he lost a job, his boss was unreasonable. If he spent too much money, life was simply expensive. There was always an excuse. Meanwhile, my mistakes became life lessons. When I wanted my first car, my parents told me to save for it. So I worked evenings in college, skipped spring break trips, graduated with honors, started at the bottom of an investment firm, worked 60-hour weeks until promotions finally arrived. Nothing in my life had ever been handed to me. I didn't mind earning success. What hurt was watching my own family act as though anything I achieved somehow belonged to them too. 3 years earlier, after nearly a decade of saving, I bought a small condominium. Nothing extravagant. 1 bedroom, a tiny balcony, a view of the city skyline if you leaned far enough over the railing. It was mine. The first night I slept there, I cried happy tears because every wall represented years of sacrifice. My parents congratulated me. Kyle joked that I'd probably buy him a condo next. Everyone laughed. I didn't. Looking back, maybe they should have realized I wasn't joking when I replied, "If you want one, save for it." That morning, after seeing the mysterious charges, I immediately logged into my banking app. For airline tickets, round trip, business class, destination, Honolulu, departure date, 2 weeks away. I didn't even like flying. My hands started shaking. I called the credit card company's emergency number. After several minutes of verification, a representative named Melissa answered. "Ms. Morgan, I understand you're reporting unauthorized transactions." "Yes. I didn't purchase these tickets." Melissa typed quietly. "I see 4 airline reservations made approximately 43 minutes ago. Can you tell where they were purchased?" "They were processed through an authorized travel agency." She paused. "There's something unusual." "What?" "The purchase came from a device that has previously accessed your online account." I frowned. "That's impossible. I live alone." "Has anyone ever used your phone?" "No." "Tablet?" "No." "Laptop?" I stopped. 6 months earlier, Mom had borrowed my laptop while visiting because hers had stopped working. She needed to check email. Or at least that's what she told me. Could she have saved something? Before I had time to think further, my phone rang. Mom calling. A strange feeling settled in my chest. I answered immediately. "Mom." "Morning, sweetheart." Her cheerful voice somehow made everything worse. "Did you use my credit card?" Silence. Then a little laugh. "We needed to book quickly." I stood up so fast my coffee spilled across the kitchen counter. "You charged over $7,000 to my account." "It's just temporary." "What does that even mean?" "Your aunt found amazing airfare to Hawaii. So we booked before prices increased." "We?" "Me, your father, Kyle, and his girlfriend." For several seconds I couldn't speak. "You booked 4 international flights. Using my credit card? You have a good limit." I honestly wondered whether she heard herself. "Mom, that's theft." She sighed dramatically. "Oh, Rachel, everything sounds dramatic when you say it." My voice became quieter, not louder. "Why didn't you ask? You would have said no." "Exactly. So asking would have wasted time." I closed my eyes. The logic was unbelievable. You had no right. We're family. Family doesn't steal. We weren't stealing. We were borrowing. Without permission. You'll get the money back. When Kyle starts his new business soon. I laughed once. Not because anything was funny. Because the alternative was screaming. Kyle had announced at least 9 new businesses in the last 6 years. Every one of them disappeared within months. One sold custom watches. Another imported fitness equipment. One involved cryptocurrency. Another involved gourmet coffee subscriptions. Every failure somehow became someone else's fault. "Mom, I am not financing Kyle's vacation. It's not just Kyle. It's the whole family. What about me? You can come. With what money? We already used yours. Then she said the sentence I would remember for years. If you can't afford it, stay home. The line went quiet. I slowly lowered the phone. For the first time in my life, I truly accepted something I had spent years denying. My family didn't simply take my kindness for granted. They felt entitled to it. I immediately contacted the bank again. I'd like to report all 4 transactions as unauthorized. The representative became serious. Ms. Morgan, once we begin this process, it may involve a formal fraud investigation. I understand. Are you certain? I looked around my quiet condominium, the home I had built without anyone's help, the life I had worked endlessly to create. Then I remembered my mother's laughter, her certainty that she had done nothing wrong. Yes, I'm certain. I had no idea that reporting those charges would uncover far more than 4 airline tickets. Because investigators were already tracking a pattern of suspicious financial activity connected to identities, travel purchases, and unauthorized accounts. My report wasn't the beginning of the investigation. It was the missing piece that would soon bring everything into the open.